Today, August 6th, we are in Jeremiah and Daniel. And so we're going to turn to Daniel chapter 1. And remember, this is chronological. So Jeremiah the prophet, Daniel, these things are in the same time frame. So, third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, and then the vessels from the temple and all that. But then here's the part that is of interest for, Daniel, really. Verse 3, the king commanded Ashpenaz, his chief eunuch, to bring some of the people of Israel, both of the royal family and of the nobility, youths, without blemish, of good appearance, and skillful in all wisdom, endowed with knowledge, understanding, learning, and competent to stand in the king's palace, and to teach them the literature and language of the Chaldeans. And then, so they're going to be educated for 3 years. Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They get new names: Belteshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And then the plot twist. So these guys are taken from their home, brought to a foreign land. They're going to be given new names, taught new culture, new language. But Daniel, verse 8 begins, resolved, determined, purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the king's food or with the wine. Therefore he asked the chief of the eunuchs to allow him not to defile himself. So he's making a stand. Like, this is what I'm used to. And this goes against my beliefs. And so he goes and asks, hey, can we do something about this? The food and all that. God gave Daniel favor. God gave grace. And you think, well, where was the grace when he allowed them to come to Babylon? Well, again, God's working all things for good for those that love him. This taking to Babylon is the result of their years and years of disobedience. And so Daniel gets grace, and so they're going to have a 10-day test. And at the end, verse 15, they were better in appearance and fatter in flesh than all the youths who ate the king's food. And it's going to go on and say that they're just growing in wisdom and understanding and knowledge, and everyone's impressed by these Hebrew boys. He resolved or purposed in his heart. He took a stand, and God gave him grace. Now, I think there's a lot to be said for taking a stand for righteousness and for what's right, according to God's word. And then when we take those stands, to acknowledge that God enables us and God gives us grace. And so today we have the Spirit to lead us to take stands as necessary and needed, to be resolved to do what's right. The grace will be there. Is there something going on in your life? Something around you that you need to take a stand on? Ask the Lord to lead you. Till next time, keep growing little by little.